There are some sizable skeletons in these celeb closets. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 shocking British celebrity secrets.
I think sleeping with your best friend's wife is the ultimate betrayal.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're uncovering some of the largest, most ludicrous, most surprising and most scandalous celebrity stories affecting some of the most famous faces in the UK, including front page revelations and lesser known indiscretions.
Do you fantasize about robbing banks, plundering pension funds, that kind of thing?
No, I don't at all. I regard myself now as painfully honest.
Number 10. Richard Branson's tax fraud.
Yeah, but it is quite volatile, but you know, when in volatility, people can make money.
Being a billionaire with his own private island, Richard Branson's often touted as a possible supervillain. He hasn't threatened to destroy the world with a laser beam just yet, but Branson is guilty of irking the government with tax fraud. In his early 20s, the entrepreneur scammed the system by pretending to sell records abroad when they were actually sold in the UK. He received a night in the cells and a hefty fine for his dodgy dealings, but that clearly didn't dent his future success. Number 9. Daniel Radcliffe's alcoholism. You're a wizard, Harry, and a drunk.
Mr. Potter, you know very well we do not allow alcohol on these premises.
Don't worry, it's just butterbeer. Is it?
Turns out all the magic of the Harry Potter movies may have muddled Daniel more than most, because he was on the source whilst on set. While not disclosing which specific installments of the franchise he was filming at the time, Radcliffe has admitted to turning up to work while still intoxicated. The chosen one clearly craves something stronger than a butterbeer, but thankfully the actor managed to tame his reported drinking problem pretty quickly by going teetotal.
I drank in search of happiness and in search of a lifestyle that I thought would bring me to happiness. It didn't, and I woke up one morning going, wow, I've drank a lot, but I'm still not happy.
Number 8. Christopher Eccleston's bullying.
And it happened every playtime. Playtime became terror time for me.
Unfortunately, the man who played the Doctor for a whole new generation doesn't have a real-life TARDIS to go back in time and rectify this one. After opening up about his experiences of being bullied as a kid, the former Time Lord admitted to switching from victim to perpetrator by briefly becoming a school bully himself. Tackling the topic on Good Morning Britain in 2016, Eccleston clearly regrets his actions though, and his honesty was widely admired.
I bullied because I was bullied. I don't know that I accept that. I know that I feel a great deal of shame.
Number 7. Stephen Fry's imprisonment.
There's no doubt that I do have extremes of mood that are greater than just about anybody else I know.
Stephen Fry's a straight up sort of fellow, right? He'd surely never get imprisoned for credit card fraud, except he did. At 17, the unlikely rebel pinched some plastic from a family friend and proceeded to go on a hectic spending spree, which included a stay at a hotel in Swindon. But that hotel was directly opposite a police station, and young Stephen soon found himself thrown in jail for his criminal carry-on, spending 3 months on remand at Puckle Church Prison.
It was a strange phase of dishonesty, and I shudder to think of it.
Number 6. Gerard Butler's addiction. After seeing this man's famous physique in 300, you might have assumed that the Scottish actor had gotten hooked on some kind of steroids.
This is Sparta!
But Butler has actually battled an addiction to prescription painkillers. His problem started with a much publicised surfing accident while filming the 2012 movie Chasing Mavericks, but the wave of addiction brought longer lasting effects. Butler has also admitted to dabbling with cocaine, but it was the painkillers that pushed him towards seeking professional help. Number 5. Mark Owen's infidelity. Once seen as an especially squeaky clean member of Take That, Mark Owen's rep took a nosedive when he confessed to a string of affairs behind his wife's back and a drinking problem. But the ex-celeb BB winner didn't explain away his situation by citing stress and sex addiction. Instead, he simply admitted to being a prat. Mark sought advice from the likes of his old pal Robbie Williams, who's faced his share of public problems and eventually checked himself into rehab. Number 4. Paul McCartney's racism. He's one of the UK's most influential musicians, but he's also an unintentional racist. Or he used to be. While John Lennon also controversially defended the use of the N-word in the title of a song, it was Paul McCartney who made headlines when he revealed how he had been racist without knowing it while growing up. He made the admission during a 2016 interview with the Mail on Sunday, referring to his use of certain words that he wouldn't say now. Number 3. Simon Cowell's affair. For someone who judges people for a living, Simon Cowell sure showed poor judgment here.
You're beautiful.
I know.
Ever since becoming a parent, Simon has seemingly cut a different kind of character, with viewers often implying that fatherhood has softened the once scathing showman. But perhaps Cowell has just been humbled by the scandal surrounding his partner Lauren Silverman's pregnancy, because Lauren had been the wife of Simon's one-time friend Andrew Silverman, until she and Simon embarked on an affair which eventually led to the Silvermans' divorce. Number 2, the Queen's Nazi salute.
This morning, Buckingham Palace wants to know who leaked a video from Queen Elizabeth's family archives.
The royals were none too pleased when these controversial images of a young Queen Elizabeth II and her uncle Edward VIII found their way onto the front pages of the tabloid press. Yes, that's the Queen of England performing a Nazi salute. Clearly the images come from a video shot years before the outbreak of World War II, and at such a young age Elizabeth no doubt had little understanding of the gesture, but the scandal proved a PR nightmare for the palace when the story broke in 2015. Number 1, Keith Richards' grieving process. We all deal with loss in different ways, but Keith Richards is a real one-off. The Rolling Stone is well renowned for his wild lifestyle, but all his antics combined couldn't top the time he snorted a line of his own father's ashes.
I ingested my ancestor, yes.
The legendary Hellraiser is routinely grilled about the story ever since he made the macabre revelations back in 2007. Still, Richards clearly rated the experience, reportedly giving his daughters permission to do the same to him once he's passed away. Rock and roll.
Life's a funny thing, you know. Nobody wants to get old, but they don't want to die young either.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo UK and subscribe for more great content.